Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk all things popcorn at the Tokyo Disneyland Resort. So at the Tokyo Disneyland Resort, popcorn is an experience. Similar to how you see different types of churros that are all the rage in the American parks, this is the case for popcorn at Tokyo Disneyland. Popcorn stands are everywhere, and they have a lot of unique flavors of popcorn around both Disneyland and DisneySEA, such as shrimp and garlic, soy sauce, matcha, and popcorn buckets are highly coveted. Some of these are limited edition or seasonal and are specific to their area in the park and the type of popcorn offered. So these are definitely in high demand, and they range all the way from the simple decorative bucket all the way to the character buckets that light up. You also see people walking around with these everywhere. So this is definitely trendy if you're that person who is walking around the park with a popcorn bucket. If you're in the parks and you're looking for a particular flavor, you can identify these using the Tokyo Disneyland app. Basically, you just search for food or restaurants and look for the popcorn icon all around the different parks. It will tell you the flavor, exactly where to find it, and which attraction it is close to. The prices for the popcorn and the buckets will vary depending on the kind. So for example, Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, these buckets are a little bit more popular, and these will set you back around 3,200 yen or around $20 United States dollars. And the more simple ones will run around 1,200 yen or around $7.46. The prices for the popcorn each are consistent as well. So you can just get the popcorn itself for 400 yen, which comes out to around $2.49 United States dollars. So this is relatively cheap, especially compared to the American parks. So it's a really affordable snack. Or you can also get a bucket refill for around 600 yen or around $3.73 United States dollars. So during my visit, I ate a lot of popcorn and a lot of uniquely flavored popcorn. And I'm going to tell you what my favorites were and give you my final ratings. So basically, I narrowed it down to my top 8, and I took into consideration flavor and the uniqueness of the popcorn and how well it worked with that particular flavor, because there were some really unique ones on this list. And I'm going to tell you where to find each of these in the park as well. So without further ado, let's get to the rankings. Coming in at number 8 is the Strawberry Napoleon popcorn. This one I found in Tomorrowland at the Big Pop popcorn stand. This one is across from the Pizza Port, or it's right near the Happy Ride with Baymax. And this one was interesting. This one was a mix of strawberry flavored, caramel, and cheddar popcorn. And at this stand, you can also get any of those particular flavors, but this one was the one I chose, and I really liked it. It was simple, so the flavors were simple, and it's a pretty standard flavor, but it was really good. And I thought it was something that was unique. I hadn't really seen it anywhere else around the park. Coming in at number 7 is the milk chocolate popcorn. This one I found in Tokyo DisneySEA by the American waterfront, right across from the Cape Cod Cook-Off restaurant. This one was actually surprising. It had a sweet and salty flavor, and you could really taste the chocolate, but it wasn't too overcoated or sticky like you see with other sweet flavored popcorn or kettle corn, for example. So it wasn't too overpowering, and it was really enjoyable, especially as a nice, if I wanted popcorn with a little bit of a sweet touch to it. Coming in at number 6 is the garlic shrimp popcorn. And this one sounds really weird, but bear with me, this one was really good. This one was actually my husband's number 1, but it surprised me. We found this in Tokyo DisneySEA on the American waterfront, close to where you board the trolley cars and across the plaza from the Tower of Terror. This one was pretty subtle, but it had a really nice flavor. The best way I can describe it is like a mild version of a shrimp chip. So if you really like those, you will really like this one. It was flavorful, but subtle enough, and you could smell this from a mile away, which I really liked. Coming in at number 5 is the curry popcorn. This one I found at Tokyo Disneyland, right in between Wonderland and Frontierland. And it was around the corner from the Diamond Horseshoe. This one had a really subtle curry flavor. I wasn't sure about this one at first. You don't notice it right away, but as you start to eat it, it kind of hits you after a few seconds. And it actually is really nice and really smooth. It isn't really spicy, and I was expecting it to be really strong and spicy, but it wasn't. It was really, really nice, and this one was delicious. Coming in at number 4 is the soy sauce and butter popcorn. This is another one that surprised me. I also found this one at Tokyo Disneyland, although I did see it several places around the park, also in Tokyo DisneySEA. This one was just outside of Adventureland towards the World Bazaar, around the corner from the Royal Street Veranda. This one doesn't sound like it would be good, and I didn't think it would be, and it was another one that took a while to grow on me. It tasted like a really salty popcorn, but after a few seconds, it hits with a tangy flavor and a very subtle soy sauce flavor. So this one was actually really nice. Coming in at number 3 is the roast beef flavor popcorn. This one was at Tokyo DisneySEA at the American waterfront, right across from the garlic shrimp popcorn. This one was another one that did not taste like roast beef at first. It kind of had a seasoning or like a rosemary flavor, but the longer you ate it, it crept up on you and it tasted just like seasoned roast beef. It was wild. It was a really unique and surprisingly enjoyable flavor. I really liked this one.
It's changing. Roast beef with baked potato.
Coming in at number 2 is the matcha white chocolate. This one was at Tokyo DisneySEA right outside of Ariel's Grotto. Out of all the popcorn, this is the one that I was dying to try the most, but it was actually closed in the afternoon on the day before when we passed by it at Tokyo Disneyland. This one was delicious. This one was very white chocolate forward and had a very subtle matcha flavor. The only reason I didn't rate it number 1 is that I wish it had more matcha flavor to it, but it was really nice and sweet. So if you like matcha, you might actually really enjoy this one. As a really nice sweet treat. And finally, my number 1 popcorn flavor is the milk tea popcorn. This one was at Fantasyland in Tokyo Disneyland near the carousel, right across from the queue for Peter Pan's flight. The best way to explain this one is a delicious kettle corn with a hint of floral flavor that you would get with a milk tea. Along with the uniqueness of the flavor itself, this one was absolutely my favorite. I would recommend that you try it if you like popcorn with a little bit of a sweet touch. And if you like milk tea, you're really, really gonna like this one. And one thing I loved about all of these popcorn stands is, just as you would expect from a Disneyland park, is you can smell these a mile away. So you know when you're getting close to the curry, you know when you're getting close to the chocolate, is you can smell chocolate in the air. So that added to the experience. If you're making a visit to Tokyo Disneyland Resort or Tokyo DisneySEA, I definitely recommend partaking in any or all of these popcorn flavors. I hope you enjoyed today's video and today's rankings. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into which popcorns are good, and encourage you to try all of those unique flavors. If you did like today's video, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I will see you next time.